Hello and welcome to D&D Daily. My name is Sage and today I'm talking about my least favorite spell in the game, Conjure Animals, and just kind of the Conjure line as a whole. I'm going to say these are extremely poorly devised spells, but Wizards of the Coast already knows that because they built a whole other line of spells, the summon spells, that do the same thing but better designed. So they know they messed up and they've already fixed it, but we still have these old remnants from the past that are just terrible spells. So the reason I'm making this video at all is that I feel like there's been a recent resurgence of, hey, Conjure Animals isn't a problem spell. Yes, it is. Yes, it freaking is. And so I guess I'm going to go in there and talk about all the reasons it's a problem spell, even though I feel like it's dead obvious, but okay, let's do it. So if you don't know about Conjure Animals, when you cast it, you choose 1 beast of challenge rating 2 or lower, 2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower, 4 beasts of challenge rating 1/2 or lower, or 8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower. Every time you upcast this with 2 levels or more, you double that number. If you upcast this to 5th level, you can get up to 16 beasts. If you cast this at 7th level, you get up to 24 beasts. And if you cast this at 9th level, you get up to 32 beasts. 32 creatures that we now have to pay attention to. Man, that's annoying. If you have 32 creatures that you need to be aware of on where they're on the board, what they're doing, all that crap, it's stupid. And there is a line in the spell that is just super bold, and it says the GM has the creature statistics. It says that. It says in the spell that the GM has the creature that you want statistics, or that they're gonna choose from their own list. Like, see, that's the thing. Every table you go to, Conjure Animals is going to be different. Everybody homebrews it a little bit, everybody does it a little bit different, their list of creatures that you're allowed to be is a little bit different, whether or not they choose it is a little bit different, whether or not they let you choose it, blah blah blah, the list goes on. You never know what you're going to do when Conjure Animals is cast. You never know when you're at a new table what's going to happen when you cast Conjure Animals, and that's poorly designed. Now, I've heard the argument be made that all you have to do is have a conversation with your DM, but doesn't that tell you it's a problem spell? Do you have to have a conversation with your DM about Fireball? Do you have to have a conversation with your DM about Shadowblade? Why is it that we specifically have to have a conversation with our DM about our Conjure Animal spell? That's because it's a problem spell. And now we have spells that are the same thing except well designed. So now we have, Summon Beast. And that is going to run the same at every single table because it's well designed. So yeah, Conjure Animals, no. I've also heard that if you prepare, you get the DM's list that you can choose from, which again is just a lot of work on the DM's side to build you a list. And then 2, you can summon all these creatures. And then 3, you have to create macros for your dice rolls on dice apps because let me tell you, rolling 32 advantaged raptor attacks is going to slow the game down. And if you're building macros, come on, you're building macros for a spell in D&D? Like, is that normal? Is that something that you just expect everybody to do?
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
That's ridiculous. I hate this spell. No spell grinds combat to more of a halt than the Conjure line. I've had experiences where, we're vibing, where the game's going really quick, and then somebody says, I cast Conjure Woodland Beings, and I can just feel the momentum of the storytelling of the combat grind to a freaking halt while we look up what can be summoned, what they can do, where they're placed, where they are in initiative. Now that they have their turn, they're the spellcaster doing their thing, and then there's this long turn where each of these 6 woodland beings are casting a spell. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And again, I shouldn't even have to argue this because we've already updated these creatures. We already put in spells. The designers themselves have admitted these are problems and created solutions already. So anyways, this is clearly a soft point for me. This is clearly a tender place where I really don't like these spells. It's very unusual for me to take time to bitch about something, but you know what? This line of spells requires bitching, and the fact that we're being told that they're not a problem, I'm not cool with that. They are definitely a problem. So anyways, in my campaigns, I'm no longer allowing the Conjure line. The Summon line is just fine. And there are no spells I feel more strongly about than this, but there is one other spell that I probably will talk about someday. But you'll have to stay tuned for that. We are D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every single day. If that's interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.